Online discourse often skews negative, but angry commenters are unaware their problems are self-inflicted. Companies make the cards, but it is up to the players to utilize them. If you've ever been upset with the state of a game, this video will help you enjoy it again. As an example, Yu-Gi-Oh's audience contains a contingent that misses the game they played as kids. Simple, mishmash decks gathered up by the playground. Their opposition calls these players Yu-Gi boomers, and tout that Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! Never truly existed, with the winners and losers throughout the decades correlating directly to dollars spent. What they fail to realize is that retrospective meta-analysis is irrelevant. Metagames are localized, and the best decks functionally do not exist if you don't own or play against them. But adult players are burdened by their own competitive drives and metagame knowledge while yearning for blissfully ignorant days spent with a starter deck slowly upgraded in response to local competition. They want to develop a unique strategy from a limited set of options. That is the appeal of games like Sacred Cards and the World Championships, and the formula has been refined into modern gaming's deluge of roguelite deck builders. Every run brings back and condenses the experience of the fledgling player. I could make an entire video on this concept alone, but we're here to discuss the way players can recapture the feeling without leaving an IP: custom formats. To begin, I'd like to start with a clip from MBT.
If you want to play at the upper echelon of competitive prowess, you have to be playing the best deck, and the best deck is going to cost 4 digits of money and be legal for 8 months. And it'll be legal every 8 months until the end of time. I mean, it is my job to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's my job to, I here I'm just talking about Twitter freaks, but it is my job to some degree, play the card game. And it's becoming unaffordable to me. Like, I spent 4 digits on Snake Eye, now that money's gone. You know, if I want to continue competing, I'll spend 4 digits on Ryziel. Then that money's going to be gone. It's really hard not to be like, well, the Master Duel format isn't perfect, but at least I can play it.
I don't think MBT wants or needs to be a competitive IRL player. Their meta coverage videos aren't particularly more popular than their Twitter threads or meme combo compilations, nor do they even use physical cards. If you're in a situation like MBT, bring your favorite rogue deck to locals, or skip locals entirely and spend a night inviting friends to play a custom format you are passionate about. MBT's video history is littered with these passion projects dropped in pursuit of higher view count, but dropping competitive play instead would be more fulfilling and saved
4 digits of money every 8 months until the end of time.
To be clear, I'm not criticizing MBT. In fact, their experimentation is exactly what players should be doing. Too many players, upset with the state of the game, expect Konami to deliver a solution from on high, restoring the game to its glorious mythical past. But change needs to come from the community. When Pokémon players got upset at the rise of a lightning-paced 3-prize metagame, they created Gym Leader Challenge, a mode where players are forced to build their decks with significant handicaps. When Magic players were burnt out from judging and playing in tournaments, they developed Elder Dragon Highland, a unique rule set purpose-built to allow players to put their heart into their cards. When Yu-Gi-Oh! Players get frustrated with a format, they bury their heads in the sands of formats past. And when these formats become too big, they alienate early adopters. Mass attention to old Yu-Gi-Oh! Formats lead to meta development, and when scapegoat control is no longer viable in a format named after it, players stop caring. EDH, a format explicitly designed to relax with friends, has become the definitive way to play the game, and is tarred with power level discussions and all the trappings of competitive formats. And even the Gym Leader Challenge format sees a need to continuously amend a community ban list. At the end of the day, players are seeking casual, kitchen top gameplay. Players want the feel of homebrew, battling homebrew, but they also want to win, and they subsequently sabotage their enjoyment in the process. The solution is simple. Players need to continuously take matters into their own hands. There's a dedicated Pokemon community that solves this problem by constantly introducing brand new formats with a lifespan of just a single tournament. There is a Yu-Gi-Oh community that introduces Duel Link style skills for every single deck seen in the anime, and continuously publishes balancing revisions to keep things interesting. Magic players try Don, Sharpies, and anything else they can think of to spruce up gameplay. If you are a frustrated player, you don't necessarily need to join these spaces. You and your friends can have fun again by forging your own path. Try building a Yu-Gi-Oh deck with only purple monsters, or ban everything that belongs to an archetype. Build a deck without any fully evolved Pokemon and challenge your friend to do the same. Make a magic deck where all of the card names are prime numbered in length. There are infinite possibilities, and embracing them will finally allow you to engage in play, just like you did when you were young. As always, let's tie up this design space by relating the lessons back to our own projects. For starters, we've published a 270 card, custom Pokemon format that is still mostly unexplored and will receive balance changes over time. We're also working on an entirely original card game and keep potential variants in mind as we playtest. For example, since zone placement and card movement are core mechanics, we have an alternate 4-player field and have tested with larger and smaller field sizes. We've also been toying with deck capacity limits along the lines of sacred cards or war games. If you want to hear more about our design, check out the rest of the series to hear Hyla's thoughts on the process. And if you'd like to test out our custom game or Pokemon format for yourself, feel free to join our Discord server and say hi. We'll see you there.